Brassicas are known for their distinctive flavour, which range from mild to spicy, depending on the plant that you are growing. In today's video, we shall tell you how you can grow your best brassicas every time. Brassicas are commonly known as the mustard family. That's why they have that lovely distinctive taste. Brassicas can be grown all year round. That's what makes them such a great vegetable to have in your garden. There will always be something at some time of the year, depending on variety, that you can harvest from your garden that comes from the Brassica family. But you plant your variety out, and when it comes to harvest time, you find that they're all ready at the same time. You either need to eat all of your cabbages or cauliflower within a week, or somehow try to preserve them. But of course, then they lack that lovely fresh taste after you've picked them out of your vegetable plots. So stick around until the end of the video when I shall reveal my strategy, how I get fresh, crispy brassicas from the veg plot every month as I need them. Brassicas require a lot of nutrients in order to give up their harvest, not least nitrogen. They are a leafy green vegetable after all. So do ensure that once a year you add some of your homemade compost or well-rotted manure to your beds. With us being no-dig, that's not really a problem. Once a year we add some of our homemade compost or any well-rotted manure that we've picked up along the way to our beds, as you can see here. When planting your brassicas, ensure that your soil is firm. Loose soil is the biggest reason for loose heads or buttons. If necessary, tread your soil a couple of weeks before planting. With being no-dig, our soil is never turned over, so it is always firm. The biggest challenge when growing brassicas is dealing with pests. Common pests include pigeons, which we have in the woodland behind us, caterpillars, aphids and flea beetle. While pesticides can be effective, they can also harm beneficial insects and pollinators, so try these organic methods. Cover your crops using a fine mesh netting. These are very effective in keeping out flea beetle, moths, butterflies and birds. It allows sunlight and water to pass through. Inspect your plants regularly. Pick any pests off and dispose of them. Grow companion plants. Some plants, like French marigolds, are thought to deter aphids. Nasturtiums can be used as a sacrificial crop, luring the pests away. Unless it's a variety that's known to hold in the ground well, like this winter harvesting cabbage, varieties like sprouting broccoli, Calabrese broccoli and cauliflower, they need to be harvested as soon as they are ready. You tend to know because the leaves open right up to reveal their lovely harvest. If these are left too long after that happens, they will simply rise to flower, rendering your vegetable unedible. Like most of us, we quickly become bored of the same vegetable or the same recipe if we eat it for too many days on the trot. So the trick with brassicas is to ensure that you're always growing a good variety and try to eat what's in season when it should be giving up their harvest. Right now we have purple sprouting broccoli. Look at this, Mrs. W.
Beautiful, isn't it?
It's the time of year for this to give up its harvest. One of the great things about sprouting broccoli is that it can give you harvest as we now enter the hungry gap. Really, it's begun. Remember in our last video, we planted out 10 vegetables, but most of those will not be available to us until mid-June. What are we going to eat before they're ready? This is one such problem solver. This early sprouting purple broccoli is harvesting now. The claret will not be long. I can already see the spears starting to appear. This is the remainder of our Rudolph. We've been enjoying that since late December, and it's now March week 3. The idea now is that this takes over for the next 4 to 6 weeks, and then during April and May this will take over. But that's not all myself and Mrs. W have to eat. These cauliflower are a variety called Sendis, and these will give up their harvest next month during April. This is a variety of cauliflower called Oreo, spelt with an A, and that's due to give us a harvest the following month in May. With all brassicas, it's a question of timing, and it's taken me quite a few years to get those timings as best that I can. You'll often find that for many of the brassicas there are spring, summer, autumn and winter harvesting varieties. This cabbage here is a spring harvesting cabbage, and you can see that it's now starting to turn its leaves inwards to make its heart. And these will generally make a heart and would be ready for harvest during the month of May, mid to late May. But if you can plant them quite close like this, there's only about 12 inches between them. You can take one, chop them up and use them as spring green, leaving the other beside it to go on and heart up. So they're a really valuable crop to have at this time of the year. You can get many in a bed when they only need to be 12 inches apart. Kale is another Brassica staple of the allotment plot. It gives harvest over such a long period. Depending on when you sow it, will depend on when you get your harvest. For myself and Mrs. W, we tend to sow this round about April time, May time, so that it's ready to start giving a harvest during the autumn months. And we get some lovely harvests off that leading up to round about Christmas time. And then when the weather gets a little bit colder and we see the real winter start to bite, it'll grow much more slowly. But then once we get into spring and the weather begins to warm up again, it then starts producing some lovely fresh green leaves, and we can once again start enjoying that vegetable. Brussels sprouts are another fantastic brassica to grow. Most of us think of them as a vegetable that we eat at Christmas. If you get the right varieties, you could be harvesting Brussels sprouts from September through to March of the following season. They're also a vegetable where they hold their harvest really, really well. The variety that we plant, they begin their harvest in November. Depending on how many myself and Mrs. W eat between then and Christmas, they'll still be on that plant by the time we get to late February. And then back to that word variety, so that you're not always eating the same thing, mix in some of the other members of the Brassica family. These can include radish, swede, turnips, kohlrabi. If you can mix them in with your main brassicas, then that will give you a nice variety of brassica tastes all throughout the year. I promised you at the beginning of the video that I would give you my strategy to ensure that I'm always harvesting fresh brassicas out of my garden without any of them going to waste. The way that I do this is that I look at my rows and I see them as months. I know in these beds that I can grow 6 brassicas in the row. So in March I look to plant 2 cabbages, 2 calibres and 2 cauliflower. That's enough of the main brassicas for us to eat during any one month. I don't need any more than 6 for myself and Mrs. W, because when they harvest in June, we have a lot of other things that will be in harvest. We have things like peas, broad beans, carrots, lettuce, radish. And then the following month, I will sow exactly the same again. And next door, in that plot, I will plant those 6 vegetables, and they will give us a harvest for July. And I treat every month of the year like that. Of course, if you have a larger family, you need to grow more. But all you need to do is upscale what I've just said. As the year goes on, the varieties change. There will be some Romanesco mixed in between the rows. And, most importantly, you need to select the varieties that will harvest at the time of year that you want. By growing what you actually need each month means that you don't ever waste any of your produce. You can harvest it fresh on the day to enjoy, and there is no need to preserve your brassicas in any way. Sometimes, if I have the space, I will plant maybe a row of something. In our veg garden at the moment, I actually have a whole row of cauliflowers. That's because I had the space at that time of the year to put something in, and I knew I wasn't going to be using it. And I hate to leave my garden not growing something. Of course, with brassicas, just like most other vegetables, it's all a matter of timing. If you do your research, find the right varieties, then you can have food to eat all year round from the Brassica family. Or alternatively, do make sure that you are subscribed to our channel, because in all of the months we will tell you what you can be sowing, and we also show when you can be sowing it, because in a couple of months' time it'll be time to be doing some succession plantings, and they are important if you want to be able to eat brassicas later on in the season and into the new year. Now do let us know in the comments, what brassicas are you growing? What have you had success with? Are you still eating brassicas now? Do you still have them in your garden? And if you want to know what you could be sowing in this month of March, then watch this video next. Have a great rest of your gardening week, and we shall see you very soon.